Welcome back to News Inside. Philip, Kaduna on the news. Like this Godfatherism thing should be left in the hands of the people, not on people choosing who succeed them as governors. This is not a monarchical kind of government. El-Rufai wants to put... Is it that they are taking a cue from what Jagaban has done in Lagos, or they are just being not too nice people? Between Sani Uba and El-Rufai,
Thank you very much.
We've seen two cases now. The land that was revoked by El-Rufai of the Abachas, given back by Sani Uba, they're now a chiefdom.
Very good. You see, we need to watch and pray in this country, because we do not pray to see what is happening in Rivers State to replicate itself in Kaduna State. Today, Rivers State is a house of chaos because a godfather and a godson had refused to agree. Today, in Rivers State, we see 3 members of House of Assembly making laws and passing law for the entire Rivers people.
But that's not the first time, though.
Well, this is the scenario we're having today in our hand.
Yes.
And what has led to this is because a godfather disagreed with his godson. Now, in coming to Kaduna, where we are today, this is Kaduna State that has been very peaceful, is central to the entire north. There's no name from the north that does not have a place
in Kaduna. You know, it used to be the
Kaduna
northern
mafia.
region.
They used to refer to it as the Kaduna mafia.
Even beyond that, the northern region was headquartered in Kaduna. Like the east was headquartered in Enugu.
It was the capital,
Yes.
So, before in 2023, we saw how El-Rufai, struggle against all odds to install Uba Sani to be governor of Kaduna State. Shortly after that, El-Rufai fall out of favor with President Bola Tinubu. Before we know it, Governor Uba Sani, to save his life, started allying
with the president. To the center.
Yes, so he started disassociating himself from El-Rufai. Like you said, the first thing he did to show to this was to return the land seized or the certificate
revoked
by El-Rufai back to the Abacha's family. And the next thing we heard that they are probing the finances of the Kaduna State under the governorship of El-Rufai. As if that were not enough. Few days before El-Rufai left office, he dethroned and sacked one Jonathan Pagri, who is the traditional chief of that chiefdom. What has happened ordinarily is within the confine of the law. Jonathan was sacked from his seat. He went to the industrial court, which is saddled with the responsibility to seek redress, and he got judgment. And the Kaduna State government, under the leadership of Governor Uba Sani, obeyed the court order and restore him. But here is the issue. In restoring him, he made statements, made serious statements. So that's why we are scared, because this is how Rivers State started. Nobody knew whether Wike and Fubara were disagreeing. All we saw from the outside was that this is a father-son relationship. Before we knew it, it has thrown Rivers State into a house of chaos. And this is also starting in Kaduna State, gradually. I think the Kaduna people should better wake up so that their own state will not be like Rivers State.
Okay. Honorable Eli, there are always people that benefit on each divide. But I think what makes the Rivers State issue a little bit different is that Wike is at the center, as in he's still in this government. He's the Minister of Federal Capital Territory. But unlike the case of El-Rufai, he's not a minister, he's not informed with his party, and he's not in consonance with the president, as we know right now from the outlook. How do you think the fight will go? Do you ever think it's going to be like that of Rivers?
If El-Rufai was a minister, if El-Rufai was sleeping in the same bedroom with Jonathan, I have mentioned something in this studio, and I want us to still keep remembering that statement. That once the people have woken up and have understand that some leaders are not for their interests or growth, and decide not to be controlled by such leaders for their personal interest, there will be positive change and development for them. Having said that, Kaduna State cannot be like Rivers State. The people of Rivers State have about one religion, about one culture. Until this crisis came up, we thought that everybody from that side, most of us in the north, would say they are Calabas. Let's go back to Kaduna State. That is my state of birth. My parents in my little age as I am here are still in Kaduna. My siblings are in Kaduna. We've had a very sweet state in the north, in Kaduna, of all the northern states. Kaduna will happen to be one of the most peaceful states until, may God continue to bless him, Ahmed Makarfi, former senator and former governor of Kaduna State. You can see that nobody has woken up one day to condemn him. When he lost his son, sometimes last year, we all felt bad. You know why? During his time as governor, his own people, when I say his people, I mean the Hausa Muslim, some of them gave him name. They call him Reverend John. And the reason was simple. It's the same thing that is happening. People expecting you to do things because they are either your religion or your tribe or your people. I bet he was a neutral governor that wanted the growth of the state, not mind.
Okay, so now let me shape a little bit. Now we see the governor that El-Rufai brought to be the governor of Kaduna State. That's Sani, and the godfather
not working together. Now him.
What do we see?
Changing bad negative things that El-Rufai did to Kaduna.
Well, number one, we won't say on a legal note, right, that is changing it. The man went to court, and the court gave judgment.
With the exception of this matter,
yes,
the issue of the land that was revoked,
yes,
was illegally revoked. It wasn't court matter.
Yes, but the governor also looked into it.
Now the governor
and saw that it was not right for revocation.
If the governor had the same evil mind that his godfather, that El-Rufai had, against the group of people or persons, he could as well refuse to take court judgment. He can appeal. He can refuse. He must not implement a judgment passed.
But there's something Barrister has always, Philip has always said. Philip has always said we need just one good head.
Good.
So is it possible that Sani Uba is a good head?
He's just a very perfect head. I gave this background, my background, where I'm coming from, to be able to speak for Kaduna in my own little capacity. Sani Uba is a wonderful person. Sani Uba is like our former Makarfi. Sani Uba has refused to go to trade the part of religion or party. He is now, the governor of the state is the father of the state. Sani Uba, that's why I say the case of Kaduna cannot be like Rivers. He is not after himself, he's after the growth and development of the state. And so he's trying to do what should be done, how it should be done for the state.
All right. Now, Kaduna State used to be a state where most of the time the governor will be from the north and a Muslim. And the vice, that's the deputy governor, will be from the south and a Christian. But the person that changed it is El-Rufai. Does it look as if he always liked the states being together? But on another note right now, Sani Uba is developing the infrastructure in the south. So it's like a move away from what El-Rufai did for 8 years. That means he has a mind of his own and he wants to unify the states. So,
no, the fear we have in Kaduna State, we are not saying that
there will be
Uba Sani is not doing the right thing.
Yes.
But the fear is this: whether you like it or not, El-Rufai has his
followers.
And crowd.
I've always said that.
Yes. He has people who believes in him.
Yes.
So, the only difference between Wike and Fubara, Wike and El-Rufai and Uba Sani here is that El-Rufai seems to be, strategic
and
tactical, and more refined in approach than Wike. Because it is the bottom line is that it is a disagreement between a godfather and a godson. From what he said, Uba felt, look, Kaduna is for everybody.
Yes.
You shouldn't segregate us. There shouldn't be a dichotomy.
Yeah.
Perfect. Sani Uba has obeyed court order, which is expected of him. Perfect. But El-Rufai had done something, and he believed you are one of his followers. You should believe in his ideology. You should follow his ideology. This is what is killing River State. So, and the man is not following his ideology. What will be his next action? That's the fear here. We are not saying whether El-Rufai is not doing what is not. No, whether Uba Sani is not doing what. No, that's not the issue. The issue is that the outcome.
But do you think he has the potency, right?
Yes.
To threaten, like I said something at the beginning.
No.
I said Wike
Yes.
is still the minister of FCT.
Yes,
He has something.
I agree.
Yes.
That's why I said this man might be more tactical and all of that.
Yeah.
The fear we have here is very clear. Whether this man will behave irrationally like Wike. If he behaves so irrationally with Wike, no matter how good the intention of Uba Sani will be, he might not be able to. He won't be able to implement them. Don't forget that Fubara may have very perfect plan for rivers, but now he's facing a hurricane task to implement these noble ideas. This is the fear. We want peace in Kaduna, like he said in his speech. The man is following the law and order, but with this kind of thing, not disorganizing and distracting. That's my question.
Yes.
It would have been possible if the people of Kaduna State are stupid. We are not stupid. The people of Kaduna State know what is good. Listen, we had a governor that were experiencing religious crisis. We are experiencing ethnic cleansing. A group of people were dying. A group of religious people were being killed. We now have a governor, a Muslim governor, a deputy Muslim, that the Christians do not have fear going to their farms and churches again, that their rights are being given to them, that we have hope for tomorrow. How can we be stupid to descend so low, to allow one El-Rufai whom we knew that all his interest was to disorganize the state? For the first time, we had a city governor that lost his deputy and did not still find it that it's necessary to go and bring somebody from his religion for personal reason, because he want to balance the interest in the state. He went to the Christian part, knowing fully well that they are highly populated or they are part of the state, and asked them to give him their candidates, and he chose from them. Kaduna State cannot be like Rivers State. The people of Kaduna State understand the leadership in Kaduna State. And Uba Sani is not a proud man. Okay. He's not fighting for himself. He's fighting for the state. We will vote him again if that time comes. If he will if he present himself a governor candidate and maybe a Muslim, if we see that the Muslim will not give problem, and I may even be I will be surprised if he end up bringing a Christian.
All right.
Kaduna State cannot be like Rivers State. We are different.
All right. Okay. So we can see even from the studio that there is a lot of stuff coming on. What we are talking about, retrospecting to what Honorable Ella is talking about, is on a moral ground. Kaduna is peaceful now.
Very, very
Kaduna
peaceful.
is good. But I also look at what you talk about. You cannot put by left hand, say El-Rufai is not a factor.
No, in the case of Kaduna, he is not.
Hold on. He has made people. Don't forget, the son is in the National Assembly.
For now.
Some of the legislators that are there are from him. The House of Assembly are from him. Definitely, he will not be someone that you can just hand wink and put aside. We'll continue to monitor and look at how Kaduna turns out. Our prayers is that Kaduna turns out well. And
Amen.
The era of Godfatherism, we want it to go from Nigerian politics. We'll be right back on News Insight.